Hi, this is Dan O'Leary, your Washington Township Supervisor, and I'd like to address some comments my opponent made when he denigrated the township's village district. The village district is from 26 Mile to the Campground Van Dyke intersection along Van Dyke. It's intended to be your higher intensity district with multifamily, shops, restaurants, that sort of thing, a walkable environment. The rest of the township is supposed to be suburban and rural, but that district is meant to be high intensity. He bemoaned the fact that we have apartments with doors that open up to Van Dyke, and he said, who would do such a thing? And the answer is, every planner that designs a village. You see, a village is a walkable district. Our master plan that I did not develop, it's been in place for decades. Our master plan calls for all structures in the village district to have a front door and a back door because you want to encourage walking throughout the district. That's a village. My opponent simply just doesn't understand that requirement or the fact that it's in the master plan to be that way. He bemoaned the fact that there's a cement factory on the north end, and of course we don't want a cement factory in the village district, but it was here before the master plan was put into place. You can't throw them out now. They're a viable private business, they have a right to be there, and they're providing jobs to our community. If they ever choose to move, that's great, but they're not hurting anyone on the far end of the village district. We'll live with that, it's grandfathered. We can't make the move because they're now inconvenient to Sam Previti. The third thing he said, and it was a complete misrepresentation, is that we spent $1 million of township money to build a parking lot for one business because of a planning commission mistake. It's simply untrue. First of all, total cost of the parking lot, land and construction, was under $600,000. So he lied to you. He misstated the facts by 2/3. That's not an unintentional miss. He lied to you. The cost was bid out. It was an absolutely appropriate construction. The reason we built it wasn't for one business. We built it because the master plan anticipates municipal parking. The master plan he has never read, designed decades ago by a 7-member panel with the assistance of one of the most respected planners in the state. That master plan anticipates municipal parking. Now, how many of you have gone into a village district or a downtown area, couldn't find parking, you were going out to eat and you said, why don't they have more parking? We're trying not to be that. We're trying to anticipate and build to the master plan and make that parking available because we know while at the time there might have been one restaurant, we know over time there'll be a lot of restaurants, office spaces, and shops. And the master plan would make us go ahead and build that, and that's what we did. So we were being visionary 5 years ago when this was made, and we're still answering for a visionary decision that my opponent doesn't understand 5 years later. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but then he's never read the plan, right? So I want you to think about something. While my opponent's out there denigrating a plan he's never read and doesn't understand, what has my board done over the years? We've paved Van Dyke and put in a turn lane to improve traffic. We've put in curbing to improve both drainage and safety. We've put in sidewalks for safety reasons, and now you see people riding their bikes and walking without having to do so on the gravel on the side of the road. And of course we put in the parking lot so that as businesses grow around us, good things will happen and we will have the parking instead of trying to scramble for it at a higher price later. What has that given us? Well, look around. Brown Iron Brewery is a beautiful eatery that has a ton of customers that has replaced what was essentially a biker hangout. You got a tropical smoothie going on across the street. You got Pizza Nostalgia, who took a dilapidated old grocery store and turned it into a lovely, amazing little restaurant with amazing food. And that same family now has the permission of our planning commission to build a large restaurant north of the Rite Aid, all in that area. You've got the Santino's building farther to the north that is a unique and attractive building. And the same guy that built that is looking to build a building right next door for office purposes. That same builder just completed another office building across from the Washington Elementary. And of course you have Bar Verona. You see, our decision to create the environment for business is paying off. Business is coming. And you should want that because it's jobs. It provides taxable value to help you with your taxes so that you're not bearing the burden alone. And of course, it provides amenities so you can go to work or eat here and that sort of thing. That's planning. That's visionary action that my opponent doesn't understand. You see, he's trying to get a job, and he wants to say whatever he can say to get that job, including misrepresenting the truth. When someone lies to you in a job interview, they will lie to you on the job. And when someone refuses the bigger interview, which is the debate, they shouldn't get the job. Now, who should get the job? Well, how about the guy that has created this environment? The highest property values in the county, the 6th lowest millage rate in the county, decreasing crime, the 8th lowest operating costs in the county, no legacy costs for retirement, AA+ bond rating, improved roads, water rates frozen for 3 years, improved police and fire operations, and on and on and on. On August 4th, I'd appreciate it if you'd vote for the guy who's delivered for you. The guy that's alert, the guy that's actually read the plan and helped influence it. The guy that participates in making this an amazing place, and it is an amazing place. And I wish my opponent would talk about it that way, because we're lucky to be here. On August 4th, vote for Dan O'Leary. Thank you.